Thank you for joining us in this series of St. Olave's parishioners speaking about a rule of life. A rule of life is comprised of 6 spiritual disciplines which guide us in leading healthy Christian lives, as set out in our Book of Common Prayer. These include attending church, praying at home, following Jesus, serving the church, talking about faith, and giving to the church. Today, I'm joined by St. Olave's parishioner Sheila Tait, who has very kindly offered to speak to us today about her perspective about the discipline serving the church. Sheila, thank you so much for being here today at St. Olave's after our service.
It's my pleasure.
Well, it is my pleasure too. Now, I think that serving the church, I'm guessing, is something that has come naturally to you based on all of the evidence I have seen with the contributions that you make here at St. Olave's. Can you tell us what motivates you and why do you have these connections here?
Well, I think it started with my childhood, actually. My parents were very, very involved in the church, in their church community. And our parish was the 3rd oldest Anglican parish in Jamaica. And we grew up doing everything. As children, we had to polish brass, polish the silver, tend the garden, ring the church bell. If the beadle wasn't there, we had to pump for the organ, for music. And when we were music students, we had to sometimes play the organ. My parents sang in the choir. My mother was a Sunday school teacher, so we were heavily involved. And we worked with other churches, other religions too, in the area. So that's been ingrained.
From the get-go, it sounds like.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And I thank you for wearing your medal today. I understand that on January 1st of 2021, you were inducted into the Order of the Diocese of Toronto. And that is recognizing your volunteer service to the church.
It was a surprise. I think I was nominated by certain people. And I think, there's this saying, the Lord helps those who help themselves. And I think in working with the church, there's so much to do physically. Say, property chair, we look after so many little foibles and needs for the church. But there's also to outreach. And I think, too, in my profession, as an educator, we always worked with the community. We were always looking after youth as well as adults, as well as the seniors, which I'm a member now. And so I think there's so much to do, and people can help in so many different ways. I think one has to encourage people to take part, because everybody has different talents. Some people are shy, but they can help, even if it's watering the flowers. Some people will have a professional talent that to which they can find recourse to help. And I think too, as a woman in the church, that was a very important factor to reach out to the women and to make our group a very viable and worthy group.
As you're speaking, I'm just thinking about what we as parishioners can do. And you've just given some beautiful examples. And what I really love about what you just said is that we are all individual and we do have different talents and different approaches, but we can find something. We can find a way to serve the church.
Absolutely. And some people are very reticent about coming out to help because they don't want to be in the forefront, but you can do a lot in the background and be a sustaining member, helping people to do. This is an old church with a community congregation, and it has a good mix of youngsters and the family, the community, and I think too we've been successful with some of our outreach programs. So to encourage anyone to do what they can and ask, how can I help? And not be too shy about offering their services, even if it's being, coming down for coffee hour, meeting people, welcoming people, and trying to help out as much as possible.
In my experience, I think speaking to any of the people here, those who are greeting, those who are down at coffee hour, is often a great way to suss out what the different ways we can serve the church.
Yeah. And for the women too, we have Mary and Martha, and I think that service to the church has to be a combination of Mary and Martha, sort of dual personality in one, because you have the spiritual needs, the spiritual side, you have the practical side too, and I think blending both is ideal. The people who take part in various groups, for instance, Bible study or our Mary and Martha meetings and junior church, there's so much that can be done, and so I encourage people to be vibrant in the congregation as much as they can.
I love the diversity of perspective that you have just shared. And indeed, there are those opportunities that are very practical and maybe time consuming too, but showing up, being here, participating as we can really does count too, is what is a takeaway that I'm getting from this.
Absolutely. And we are a community, even though people may come from various areas in the city. And that feeling of community, I think, is very strong and is to be encouraged. And I think it's being nurtured in a very, very positive fashion. So I think the spirit of St. Olave's is alive and well.
And I think that is a perfect thought upon which to end our time together. Sheila, I really appreciate you taking this time and giving of yourself right here today to speak to our parishioners and beyond about serving the church. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I invite you to join us next month when we explore the next rule, which is talking about faith. In the meantime, thank you for all the ways that you connect with St. Olave's and with the Anglican Church. Thank you.